afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This your boy, Big Major. Y'all know me as Big Major here on Lakers in 5. I'm one of the mods on here, proud member of the channel. Right now, I'm going to discuss so that we all can get to know the Lakers coaching staff. We're almost close to the season. I believe we're like a month and a half, 2 months away. And I want all the fans to get familiarized with the coaches, not just know their names, but know what they're about, their schemes, and how they can all come together to help our team. So from the beginning, we know our head coach is J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick's one of the things that he said that he emphasized when it comes to coaching is, he said, through an intentional and thorough process, we've managed to bring together experienced, diverse, and dedicated coaching staff. Our goal from day one is about fostering a high-performing environment of player development and team alignment through relentless work, daily collaboration, and innovation. Players and staff are here to enjoy the pursuit of excellence every time they step on the court. The expectations are clear, and my staff and I are committed to doing everything we need to do to ensure success at a high level. Bring back the winning tradition to the Los Angeles Lakers as a championship organization. So I'm gonna go down a list of the names of all the coaches and staff. So we can, and then I'm gonna, give a brief summary of what they do, what we brought them in for. J.J. Redick is head coach. Okay, then you have Nate McMillan, he's an assistant coach. Scott Brooks, assistant coach. Bob Bayer, an assistant coach. Greg St. John, an assistant coach. Lindsey Harding, an assistant. Bo Levesque, an assistant. Ty Abbott, an assistant coach. And Michael Wexler will be head video coordinator. Okay, so I'm going to explain everybody's roles, everybody's importance. There's not really much to say on JJ. He's a first-year head coach, and he's going to defer very heavily and depend very heavily upon Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks, and Bob Bayer for that matter, because these guys all have some type of coaching experience. So he's going to have to rely heavily on their experiences. And that's going to be, I estimate, half the season to a whole season. See, he's going to get on-the-job training so that when he goes into next year, he'll have more knowledge on, beyond his X's and O's knowledge, he'll have more hands-on knowledge and kinetic knowledge now that he's going through a whole season. Okay? So I'm going to go through each coach, tell you their importance and what they're about. So Nate McMillan, I've said Nate McMillan is probably going to be number 2 in the organization of coaches. 18-year veteran. He joined the staff, came over from the Atlantic Hawks. He served as head coach over there for 2 years. He was an assistant before that. He was an interim before that. He also was a player in the late 80s and up until the early 2000s. He was a shooting guard mainly, but he played point as well at times. And he was a defending guard. So defense is pretty much his scheme. He's going to emphasize and exercise defense. He began his head coaching career in 1998 with the Supersonics. He led his team to 11 postseason appearances. He owns 760 win, 668 loss record. That is 53%. That's his head coaching record, and currently stands 18th all time on the NBA careers victory list. That's amazing. He's been on an international stage. He served as an assistant coach for the United States basketball team for 2012 and 2008, winning gold medals at both. So Nate McMillan, his thing is going to be, you heard his credentials, his scheme is going to be emphasizing defense. He's going to emphasize defense very, very heavily because he was a defensive guard himself. And he's not just going to push the defense off on his guards. He's going to have overall defense for the whole team. Everybody, move your feet. Don't be lazy. on help defense. If you see somebody lacking, you help them pick up the slack, pull up the rear, while pushing them on defense, pushing them to move their feet. So he's pretty much going to emphasize defense and have the person that's outplaying defense. If anybody's lacking out there, he's going to emphasize you getting your man on defense, kind of like what Kyle Kuzma did for LeBron that one time where he told LeBron, "Hey man, get on defense." Scott Brooks, 12-year head coaching veteran. He has a win-loss record of 521 wins, 414 losses. That's an overall record of 55%. Okay. He joins the Purple and Gold, serving 3 seasons as an assistant coach and head coach of the Washington Wizards, 2016 to 2021. Okay. And in 7 years, he was at the helm of the OKC Thunder from 2008 to 2015. So Brooks was named Coach of the Year in 2010, the 2009-2010 season, after guiding the Thunder to a 50-win season, and after they had just won 22 games overall prior to his tenure there. So overall, Brooks has led his teams to 8 playoff berths, including a trip to the NBA Finals in 2012 and the Western Conference Finals appearances in 2014 and in 2011. He has a 450-win season to his credit, including a 60-22 mark with OKC during the 2012-2013 seasons. Brooks began his coaching career as an assistant with the Seattle Supersonics and Sacramento and Denver. He was a former guard. He played 10 seasons NBA with Philadelphia, Minnesota, Houston, Dallas, New York, Cleveland, and Brooks won an NBA championship in 1994 as a member of the Rockets. Brooks, his main thing is he's good with working with egos. He's good with working with players, superstars pretty much. He's not going to care about your ego. If he sees something is wrong or off, he's going to fix it. He doesn't care who you are, how much money you make. His job is to go in there and pretty much clean up the morale of the locker room, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Working with the superstars in particular, working with their egos. Hey, man, if you want to win, it's not about who has the biggest name on the team and this and this and that. We want to win. We want to build a winning culture over here. In order to build a winning culture over here, we have to control our egos and our emotions. So that's what he's going to be. He's going to be a morale-boosting coach. So next we have Bob Byer. Now, Bob Byer, he joins the Laker bench after 2 years as an assistant coach over with the Charlotte Hornets. He has a 17-year NBA coaching stint, and he served on the staffs of the New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings, OKC, Detroit, Charlotte, Golden State, Orlando, and Toronto. In the collegiate ranks, he was also in collegiate head coach. He served at Siena College from 94 to 97. He spent time as an assistant coach at Dayton, Ohio, Texas Tech, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Albany, and Alfred. Byers played 3 seasons at Alfred College before transitioning into an assistant's role for the team as a senior. Now, his job is mainly going to be kind of like, it's almost going to be like a liaison to McMillan directly, but he's probably good, but more than likely he's going to be number 4. But he's the elder statesman in the coaching staff. All these guys are older, but Bob Byers is older. He goes all the way back into the days of college. So he has college coaching and NBA coaching experiences and have been on several staffs. So he knows how to deal with stars. He knows how to deal with role players. Player character development, pretty much. Not just their play development, but their character development. It's going to work in tandem with Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan combined. Nate McMillan is mainly going to work on, emphasizing defense. Let's play defense. We want y'all playing full basketball games, not just focusing always on offense, but let's get our defense going too. Working with Scott Brooks when it comes to character development, and morale. All right. Greg St. John. Some of y'all might already know of him. I know of him. I know him well. Greg St. John, he returns to the Lakers staff after previously serving as a player development coach 2019 to 2021, and included by which he was on the team's run when they had the 2020 NBA championship. So he has a championship with this organization. So he knows AD, he knows LeBron, both by which who were on the Lakers at that time. Everybody else from that run is pretty much gone. But he's very familiar with Lakers front office, top brass, and he's familiar with our two head players. So he spent the last season as an assistant coach with the Phoenix Suns, following a 2-year stint in that same role with the Dallas Mavericks. Prior to joining the Lakers in 2019, he spent 4 seasons as an assistant coach at St. John's University. He's a Bay Area native, so he knows California well. He's from California. After his playing career, he became a video room guy with the Sacramento Kings, serving as an assistant to player development coach in 2014 and 2015. Video coordinator in 2013 to 2014. He played at Wesleyan College himself. He was an active collegiate player. His player development credits, they really went over with not just the young players in 2020, but also the older players who played on our team at the time for the 2020 championship run. He was very instrumental in helping, us develop the chemistry that we had. You saw the chemistry that we had on the court. Well, he was at the helm of that. So it's good to have St. John back. I don't think we should ever let him go. But, businesses, things happen. More money. He has to do what he had to do for his family. And now he's back with the purple and gold where he belongs. We have Lindsey Harding. She's become the first woman assistant in Lakers history. So we're making history once again. This is what we do over here in the Lakers organization. She's following 1 season as a head coach for the Stockton Kings. That's the G League team or whatever. The Houston native was named 2023-2024 NBA G League Coach of the Year after guiding her team to a 24-10 overall record in a conference finals berth. Prior to her tenure in Stockton, Harding served 4 seasons, 2019 to 2023, as an assistant and player development coach for the Sacramento Kings, and 1 campaign, 2018 to 2019, as a player developmental coach and pro personnel scout for the Philadelphia 76ers. Prior to coaching, Harding played 10 years herself as a professional in the WNBA with Minnesota, Washington, Atlanta, Las Vegas, New York, and Phoenix, as well as internationally in Turkey, Lithuania, and Russia. Collegiately, she's a former guard that played at Duke University from 2002 to 2007. Now, I'm going to tell you why that's important in a minute. She won the Naismith College Player of the Year award as a senior. It became the school's first #1 overall WNBA draft selection. Harding serves as head coach of Mexico women's national team and formerly led South Sudan women's national team. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, now going back to her days at Duke, there was somebody else that played at Duke at and around that time, I believe it was. Know who that was? That was our head coach, J.J. Redick. Well, there was a coach that coached Duke, and I'm pretty sure y'all all know who that is. That is Coach K. Coach K is a legendary college coach, but he's also respected amongst NBA communities. J.J. Redick said something important. He said that also in tandem with the help that he's going to get from the likes of Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan, Coach K is going to be a personal consultant of his. He's going to personally consult him. So anytime he needs any help or advice on anything, Coach K is a willing consultant that's really off the books. And he also extended that to the other coaches as well. And Lindsey Harding knows Coach K as well, of course. So that Duke connection there is going to be real prominent, especially with Coach K being the legendary coach he is. I believe that that's going to help JJ Redick's coaching career moving forward. And also it's going to help Lindsey Harding in her pursuit at what she does for this team. And I know they're going to use the advice of Coach K very heavily, and they should. I hope they do. Lindsey Harding is strictly a developmental coach. She's going to be there to kind of help the young guys. I often work out next to the Lakers facility in El Segundo, California, and she's always there. Every time I'm there, she's there with the youngsters working them out. She Dalton Connect, Bronny, when they're here. I'm assuming they're all coming back now to get back to work. She's working heavily with them. I see Nate McMillan sometimes. He's pushing defense and he's watching all the schemes. And Lindsey Harding is pretty much, she's running the drills. These are for all the young players that's you're going to see on the court this year. So we're going to see what type of product she puts out. Bo Levesque, previously, he had 4 seasons as a player developmental coordinator for the Los Angeles Clippers. Prior to Los Angeles, the California native served 2 seasons from 2018 to 2020 as an assistant video coordinator and player development and video assistant for the Brooklyn Nets. Levesque embarked on a coaching career in 2016 at St. John's University, where he spent 2 years as a graduate assistant. He played professionally in Spain for 2 seasons, 2014 to 2016, after competing at St. Mary's College in California from 2009 to 2014. He's pretty much going to be working in tandem with Lindsey Harding. He's going to be working with her and Greg St. John. He's going to be pretty much doing this. He's pretty much going to be a liaison to them, kind of going over videos and going over different schematics with them directly. And then it's going to go up the ladder. It's going to move up to, the higher up assistant coaches and head coaches as to how the young players are developing. And this is going to be instrumental for these young players being able to see the courts, just in case one of our big guys go down or, during crunch time minutes or whenever we need to pull them up. He's going to be part of the team that says, hey, this guy's ready. Dalton Connect's ready. Brian's ready. Hey, I trust them putting them in a game whereby we have a comfortable lead or whatever the case may be. Or even if we're down, hey, put them in the game. Let's see what they can do now. So developing them, getting them out there, seeing if they can get these guys on the NBA, in an NBA game with some crucial minutes. So you have Michael Wexler. Now, Michael Wexler, he just came off serving as an assistant, as a coaching associate, not an assistant. That's different. A coaching associate for the Phoenix Suns last season. Prior to joining the Suns staff, Wexler acted as a head video coordinator for the Minnesota Lynx WNBA season 2023. He's a Minnesota native. Previously served as video associate for the Houston Rockets. Assisted their head player development during the 2022-23 campaign. He also spent time as a graduate assistant at his alma mater, which is Pepperdine University. That's another college I worked at, where he held the position of video coordinator in 2021-2022. Wexler played for the Waves, that's Pepperdine, in 2018 to 2021 before embarking on his coaching career. So he's another young guy. He's going to pretty much monitor the, coordinate the videos. He's pretty much going to work in tandem with Lindsey Harding and Bo Levesque and Greg St. John. He's pretty much going to work in tandem with those guys, making sure that they get all the content that they need to go over so that they can try to put the Lakers players, young players and the our main players in the position to win. All these coaches, when you put them together, they're going to work in tandem with each other. The way I'm explaining it to you guys, if you understand where I'm coming from and how I'm explaining it and why I'm breaking it down as I am, is to show you guys that, the importance of how each one of their jobs tie into the next. So that's gonna be very paramount when it comes to how we execute this season, how we execute, our on court play this season, and chemistry that we build this year too. So we definitely want to make sure that we emphasize that, or put that out there on the court, put out a product on the court that Laker fans could be proud of. Lakers also, we picked up another good hire, and that's Ty Abbott. For those that don't know who Ty Abbott is, Ty Abbott was an assistant coach to the Chicago Bulls for 40 years. He went undrafted in 2011 as a player, ended up playing several seasons in basketball overseas. He briefly returned to the United States to play one season with the Delaware 87ers G League team before wrapping up again and leaving the country to wrap up his playing career. He was a player development assistant or associate after his playing career overseas with the Philadelphia 76ers for the last 4 years, but he was a Chicago Bulls development associate first. But first he started off as a player. He started as a player development coordinator, and then he became a player development coach. He was very close with Zach LaVine in particular. Zach LaVine, we all know, played for the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine, when he saw that Ty Abbott was hired with the Lakers, Zach LaVine was one among the first, to give him a Twitter shout out on it, pretty much saying, congratulations, Ty. It couldn't happen to a more deserving person. So his relationship with Zach LaVine, I'm personally hoping that can tie over to LaVine possibly coming over to the Lakers at some point in time. This season, the interim season for JJ Redick is going to be predicated on how well, not just how well these guys coach, but how well he can listen and take what they're telling him, the advice that they're giving him, and generate it out there on the floor. He takes everything in stride and listens to these guys who know obviously how to win. They may not have been to the big dance, whatever the case may be, but these guys do undoubtedly know how to win. And if we put all these pieces together, that can help catapult everybody over to the next level and possibly win the championship for 2024-2025 season. Okay. On a personal note, the season has 82 games. The first quarter of the season, the first 20 games. Everybody like to talk about the first 20 games. The first 20 games I'm thinking about, this is me personally. I'm very adamant about the Lakers going 15-5 in the first 20 games. That's realistic to me. But on the upper end, I'm going to say we can easily go 17-3. I wouldn't put it past the realm of possibility for us to go 17-3. That's really just a Laker fan talking in me. But I'm also head over heels for this coaching staff. And I got extreme faith in the coaching staff that we can make this thing happen. So now that you guys have gotten familiarized with the coaches and their names and what they're going to be doing, if anybody got any questions, you can always pose the questions later. You can ask DJ. You can ask me if you see me on a live or however we want to do it. I didn't want to do a live show or anything because I wanted to have time to really talk without being interrupted or have anybody coming in to kind of throw me off my, what I'm trying to deliver to you guys. So yeah, you guys, that's what we're working with. I want you guys to get ready for this, you know, for this new season coming up. You know what I'm saying? Positivity. I do believe that we're ready to get out here and show the NBA what champions are made of and bring that championship winning spirit and tradition back to the Los Angeles Lakers. So y'all, those are our coaches. Those are your coaches for the Los Angeles Lakers for the season of 2024 to 2025. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channels Lakers in 5. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to hit DJ up if you have his personal information, or if you see me on live, if you see us hear any one of us on live and you need any question answered, you can always ask me. It's your boy Big Major. Peace and blessings to everybody. Lakers in 5, and I'm out.
This is the Lakers in 5 tribe, Lakers in 5 live. DJ engineered it so you know that the vibe ride. I'm out.